What's your baseball philosophy? What got you so far?
Um, hard work, trying to do the same things, day in and day out. A lot of good coaches along the way. Trying to retain, any type of positive information that you can.
Now, as a hitter, do you approach pitchers individually, or do you have one approach for everybody?
I think as a hitter, you need to know yourself. You need to try to know your own strengths. But different pitchers will definitely try to pitch a different way.
Now, sometimes baseball, they always talk about these first-round draft picks, and a lot of them make it to the major leagues because they have all this talent. But sometimes once they get in an organization, they get passed up by guys in the later rounds. Why does that happen?
I'm not always sure. Sometimes. Maybe guys that come in a little bit later have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, a little bit more to prove. Baseball's a hard game. It's not always easy.
Now, spring training, every team brings in more guys to compete with you at the major league level. You may show up there, maybe 10 guys at your spot. How do you approach that?
Again, you just try to know yourself. You try to stay within yourself. You try to show off your strengths. You try not to do too much. Especially like if you're with the Dodgers, Matt Kemp or Carl Crawford, some of those guys are able to do some things that you're not always able to do. So you just have to try to stay within yourself and just show your strengths.
Now, talk about baseball being a failure sport. I'm sure you were an all-star all the way through. There's up and downs, organizations. There's injuries. Has there ever been a time yet that you wanted to leave baseball?
No. I think when that day comes, it'll be time to walk away.
What are some of the things about pro baseball you learned the hard way that nobody told you about?
Especially in the minor leagues, you play every single day. There are off days are few and far between. You might get one off day a month. In the PCL, there's a lot of early morning travel. We have one more off day this year, and we spend it on a plane traveling. So that's something that's a little bit different than college or high school.
Now, once you sign a professional contract, obviously you're a professional baseball player. But was there a moment before that you realized you were going to play professional baseball?
It had always been a dream. I don't think there was one defining moment where I thought, okay, this is definitely it.
You read the sports page, scouting reports, where Baseball America may list you in the organization, stuff like that?
I'm not sure at all.
Anybody call you about what somebody wrote about you? Mom and dad say, hey, this is what I read?
I always try to tell my family, kind of keep me out of that. Let them, if they want to read it, that's fine, but, I don't need to hear it.
How do you handle the fans, people yelling, screaming at you all the time?
It's just part of the game. Some places it just makes it more fun. Because then they're into it. It gets your adrenaline going a little bit more. I think that part of the game is pretty fun.
How about the umpires? How do you handle the umpires?
I think they're in the same type of situation we are. I think, if we show them respect, they will show us respect, and if we each, have a working relationship where you can at least appreciate what the other guy is going through, or, understanding that they are human too, and, going to have bad days just like we are, I think that helps out a lot.
What would you tell a high school kid about professional baseball if he asked you?
It's a great thing. Dream big.
All right, anything else?